The honey of Oshun will sweeten any sour situation that you're going through. Sometimes you may feel as if your hard work has been overlooked. Maybe you're one of the hardest workers but lack confidence. You could be overworking yourself and the results are not manifesting as fast as you want them to. When that feeling comes, stand in your Oshun energy and look in the mirror. Look at yourself in the eye and say, "You are beautiful." Your existence is very important to this world. The pain that you're going through is temporary, but the impact you're leaving is permanent. If your mirror is large enough, give yourself a fist bump or a high five. If your mirror is small, give yourself a head nod of acknowledgement. Before leaving the mirror, tell yourself, "You got this." Notice how quick your confidence will change after you do that. Also, notice the transition in your energy. Your Oshun energy also requires balance. Let's say you're working on something that requires a lot of time and energy. Here in the US, we have popular sayings like "Mr. No Days Off" or "All work, no play." Those things may sound good in the moment, but everything that exists requires rest. It doesn't matter if it's spiritual or physical. Everything requires rest. The same thing goes for nature and objects. Let's go through an example of each. Spiritual. For those who are currently or at one point in time practice Christianity, it is said that even God rested on the seventh day. Physical. No matter if it's a mammal, reptile, amphibian, or insect, you can only go on for so long before your body shuts down. Nature. Trees and other vegetation don't grow all at once. They take breaks in between. Every water that flows will rest and become calm. A fire may burn for a long time, but naturally, that fire dies out until being restarted again. Furnaces and even old stoves have to have their pilot light relit every so often. We can debate about the sun and say the sun has been around for millions of years, but the sun is nothing but a medium-sized star, and even stars lose their light eventually. The wind will blow strong, but even the wind has to take break periods, then start over again. Hot and cold air both become strong and die out, just to return again. Objects, let's say you're traveling from one end of the country to the other. If you could, you would run your vehicle the whole way, but that vehicle has to stop for gas and maintenance. Even your cell phone shuts itself off when the battery is low. All of those elements are vital to our human existence. If they need rest to provide for us, then what makes humans so special that they don't require rest? When you're in your Oshun energy, rest is required. That's why it's known as beauty rest or beauty sleep. Now we're going to go over Oshun's mirror and her sweetness of beauty rest. Oshun's mirror. The reflection you see of yourself in the mirror is a result of your transformation. Compare your reflection now to your reflection 12 years ago, and you'll notice you're not staring at the same person. The version of you now may be better or worse, bigger or smaller than the version of you 12 years ago. Now that you become one with your Oshun energy, you now realize the importance of your transformation. If the reflection you see in the mirror is not to your liking, you can change it. Changes take place instantly, but the results are what takes time to manifest. The moment you make a decision and take action, that's when the transformation has begun. All transformation is not your physical appearance. Next time you're in your home, take a look in the mirror and focus on the background. Do you like what you see? Is your living environment better or worse than what you saw 12 years ago? What will it look like 12 years from now? The next time you go to your job, do the same. When you look in the mirror, do you like what you see in the background? Is it better or worse than the reflection you saw 12 years ago? What will your job reflection look like 12 years from now? The reflection of your background is also the result of your transformation. Your background is the view inside of the frame, and your physical appearance shows what you look like in the picture. Oshun's mirror provides a vision of what you look like in your environments. The Oshun inside of you is pointing out the changes that need to be made within yourself and your environment. The picture you have in your scrapbooks and on your digital devices are nothing but still images that were captured in Oshun's mirror. Oshun's sweetness of beauty rest. Usually, when we think of rest, we only think of sleep. But sleep is not the only form of rest there is. Rest can also involve doing activities. Let's say you're writing a book, and you know for certain that upon completion, this book will financially change your life forever. Now you're so motivated that not only are you burning the midnight oil, but you're waking up before the chickens. Just like your cell phone, if you work long enough, your battery will eventually become drained. Sleepiness is not the only form of draining you'll come across. When your brain becomes tired, your ideas become foggy, making it hard to think. For writers, that's known as writer's block. Trying to work when your brain is tired can result in you making mistakes that can be costly. When that happens, Oshun is inviting you to her sweet river of honey. As you rest in her river, the currents will wash away your stress and restore the balance that you need. As you're resting in the sweet waters of Oshun's river, you're taking a vacation from your problems. Oshun's rivers are relaxing activities that will take your mind off of your work temporarily. The sweet waters create the fun, relaxation, and laughter as your balance is being restored. Some of the activities are going out with friends, relaxing around the house with movies, video games, having a date night, or whatever it is that makes you happy. You will recharge your battery and re-energize your brain. Now you're ready to go back to writing that book or whatever it is that you're working on. Depending on how long your project is, you may have to take several trips to Oshun's river. Oshun's river is always available when you need it. The honey in the river can be very addicting, so you'll have to be careful. You'll have to set limits or schedules for those activities. Sometimes the waters can become so sweet that you may not want to leave. Engaging into too much fun can result in you abandoning the book you're writing or whatever goal you're working towards. Standing in your Oshun energy requires balance. You must have the discipline to balance your work from fun. Too much of either can be catastrophic towards your transformation. The stronger the relationship becomes with your Oshun energy, the more balanced your life becomes.